Gilbert Pugh is back before the judge, this time facing a state jail felony for unauthorized use of a vehicle, basically taking a car without permission. It's not quite grand theft auto, but it's still a serious charge that carries a possibility of up to 2 years behind bars.
Court is calling 2022 CR 9442, State of Texas versus Gilbert Pruitt. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the State of Texas.
Defense?
Keith Wilkie for the defense.
And are you Mr. Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pruitt, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we're waiving the enhancement paragraph, but otherwise proceeding as presented.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Pruitt, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're charged with the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days.
The judge carefully spells out the punishment range, and it's more than just a formality. It ensures a defendant can't later claim ignorance of the consequences. By locking this down early, the judge protects the record and makes clear exactly what's at stake.
Up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 14 months in the state jail facility. There are no applications. If you do not appear for sentencing, then you will be subjected to the full range of punishment. Do you understand? And do you understand that if you do not appear, then your range of punishment will be at a third-degree felony level? Did you understand? And that range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement? Defense?
That is our
State?
understanding, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Honor, State offer states Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection, Your
Court
Honor.
will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. How much time is he asking to report?
When do you want to report for sentencing? After the holidays?
No, it won't be after the holidays. That's too far. We'll see you back here on December 12th.
So the 12th?
Yes.
That's a loaded question from the judge. Not simple curiosity, but a test of honesty. In this courtroom, lying about drug use can destroy credibility even faster than a failed test. And since it's already admitted to struggling with substance abuse, the pressure is on.
And Mr. Pruitt, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And before you answer, know that you will get drug tested today if I want it done. You understand? So you need to be honest with me. For what? And what else? All right. So, Mr. Pruitt, I'm going to tell you right now, between now and December 12th, if you continue to use, it may be the last time you use, because you don't know what people put into their product. It's not FDA approved. You understand? So when you leave here today, it will probably behoove you to go to a sober meeting, go to some type of treatment facility. They have sober meetings throughout San Antonio. Do you have a cell phone? Does it have Wi-Fi? Are you able to Google? If you Google on there and put in sober meeting locations, Bexar County, or sober meeting locations, San Antonio, hundreds of places will pop up throughout the city. So it doesn't matter if you live on the west side, east side, north side, south side. There is a sober meeting that's happening right now. They go along on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you probably need to do that instead of leaving here and using. I've had some people who come for sentencing and they come high as a kite because their thing was, I'm going to get one last hurrah. Don't do that because you may end up not making it to see the new year. You understand? All right, you're going to get a reset form for December 12th. You're going to need to be here at exactly at 9 a.m. All right, they'll give you a reset form.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Have a seat. Judge Mayor, approach.
Here's where everything falls apart. That 14-month plea deal is off the table because Gilbert didn't bother showing up for sentencing. In criminal law, skipping court is basically the same as shredding your best deal, and now is facing double the time. The real question is, should one mishearing cost him that much, or is it too harsh?
Court is calling 2022 CR 9442, State of Texas versus Gilbert Pruitt. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar from the state of Texas.
Defense?
Ethan O'Keefe for Mr. Pruitt.
Are you Mr. Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Pruitt, you entered a plea bargaining agreement that required no application, and you entered a plea to unauthorized use of a vehicle. According to your plea bargaining agreement, you agree that if you did not appear for sentencing, then you will be subjected to the full range of punishment. And you did not appear for sentencing. So your full range of punishment is up to 2 years in the state jail facility. So is there a reason why I shouldn't sentence him to 2 years in the state jail facility as opposed to the 14 months?
Mr. Pruitt has been having some problems with drugs. And he also had, during this period, he also had some family problems.
All right, Mr. Pruitt, would you like to raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can lower your hand. You were scheduled for sentencing on December 12th at 9 a.m., December 12th, 2022. Did you appear? That's either yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you appear in court
Oh,
for
no, ma'am.
sentencing?
No, ma'am.
All right. Any other questions from either side?
Nothing on the state.
During that offense.
All right, according to your plea bargaining agreement, you're subject to the full range of punishment. If you did not appear, you did not appear. The court previously stated that you were found guilty. The court is finding you guilty. The court is sentencing you to 2 years in the state jail facility. Court will give you credit for any time served. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I sure did.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, your counsel tells me you have drug issues. If you would like, I can make a request that you're placed in the therapeutic community. I can't order that, but if you request it and they see that I've requested it, they may place you in that. Do you wish to be placed in that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to request the therapeutic community. It will be completely up to them because I have no jurisdiction to force them to accept you. So it'll be completely up to them. But I will tell you this, once you're released from custody, there are so many places now that are free if you have a drug or alcohol problem. If you can continue on the path that you're on, what's going to end up happening is either you're going to end up dead because you're going to get a bad batch of drugs, or either you're going to be in and out of prison and you're going to wake up one day and you're going to have spent the majority of your life in prison. And what I can tell you is about drugs wear on your body. I have friends who are in recovery and who are sober. And now they say, because I put my body through so much, I have to be 100% healthy. So they don't do the sweets, they don't do processed, they can't enjoy any of that. I probably shouldn't be enjoying it as well, but they don't eat the ice cream, they don't do any of that because they said I damaged my body so much. I got to be 100% on being healthy.
Right.
All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
This moment is one of the most human parts of Gilbert's testimony. At 42, he calls himself a grandfather and admits he can't beat addiction on his own. On YouTube, it's easy to dismiss repeat offenders, but in court, that kind of self-awareness can be the difference between prison and probation.
All right, who's here on Gilbert Pruitt? No. All right, this is a PSI, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 5231, State of Texas versus Gilbert Pruitt. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state. Your Honor.
Defense?
Laura Meadows for defendant.
Are you Gilbert Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea on December 4th of no contest. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years, and the prison in the state is opposing your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yeah, I have.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report?
No, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right. State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes.
All right, who would you call?
Gilbert Pruitt.
All right, Mr. Pruitt, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gilbert Pruitt.
All right, defense?
Okay. Mr. Pruitt, you have applied for probation in this case, correct? Yes, sir. Why do you think you'll be a good candidate for probation?
Well, my time here at Bear County this time around, I mean, I'm 42 years old, and it's really getting childish now, you know. I have to grow up and be responsible, and, you know, I'm a granddad now, so I gotta lead by example. I should have done this a long time ago, but, you know, I gotta start somewhere, you know, and since I've been incarcerated, this year here showed me a lot that I know I can do it, but with help. You know, I've always tried to do it on myself, and obviously it don't turn out right, you know.
Have you, talking about the help, what help do you need, do you believe?
Well, I believe really any kind of help that help me, you know.
Have you ever had substance abuse treatment in a facility? Okay. Have you had any mental health?
I was when I was on parole at the Center for Healthcare Services, but that was it. Once I finished parole, I came over and I didn't exceed help after that. I tried to do it on my own.
So do you think treatment, both substance abuse and mental health treatment, would help you?
Oh, I believe it.
Would you be an active participant in those treatment programs?
I sure will. Yes, sir.
Now, you have given me quite a few certificates that you've earned at the jail. Can you tell the judge which courses you completed and what you learned in those courses?
Yes, sir. My first certificate would be traumatic stress and resilience 1 and 2. That course there, I graduated that course. It's to all the traumatic events that I've had or people have had, but it's really to like ourselves, you know, because we all have different traumatic experiences. And I've learned that, you know, it don't hurt to ask for help when you're in a situation. My second certificate that I achieved is, I believe, with the maintenance program. I graduated that, and I was top of my class, and so now, and it's good to say, you know, since I graduated that class, that I have Captain Motain, which is a captain in the jail. I'm his trustee there, and I help him in his South Tower area, you know, paint and do the flooring, the tile on the 5th floor. And I help the instructors with the new guys that get nominated to be in that class. I help guide them in learning the tools and everything that's needed. And then I'm in GD class. I graduated art class, and so the teacher there, Miss Bozick, she got it approved to where it was me and some other guy, but the other guy, I don't know where that guy's at now. But the chief approved her to do murals and inspirational quotes
Mhm.
in the jailhouse, and that's up in the air right now until further notice. But I've accomplished a lot, this year that I've been locked up, and it's really wising me up. Like, I know I can do it, but with help, it'll be that much better.
Okay.
Now, if you were to be released on probation at some point, do you have any outlook for a job, for employment?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I have my sister, Arabella, and she and her husband have a business in remodeling and leveling houses. And there's also, I have a flyer that they say once you get out, I can give them a call and that they'll pay for my schooling and give me like $15 an hour or something like that. And so I really want to go back to school and be a septic engineer, because I mean, it's a dirty job, but
Somebody has to do it. Yeah.
So I'm looking into that, and it can be done, I know I can do it.
And in fact, your sister is here in the courtroom just before you, right?
Oh, yes, sir. She's in the back with my mother and here.
So to reiterate, please tell the judge why you will be successful in probation.
Well, because I have obviously my family that loves me, and they're tired of this evolving door, and it's heartbreaking, like me as the elder, and I'm the only son that I've been going through all this turmoil, but I'm glad that I realize it now and catch it, and then with their support, to help me do that much better. And sometimes it's good to have that kind of discipline from your loved ones. I never used to like, yeah, whatever, back talk my mother and all that, but all along, as I realized, all she was doing was just directing me in the right way.
Okay, pass the witness.
State.
Good morning, Mr. Pruitt. My name is Hank Wilkins. I'm one of the prosecutors here.
Yes, sir.
If I ask anything that you don't understand, just let me know and I'll rephrase it, okay? In 2001, were you placed on probation for aggravated assault against a public servant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you successful?
I wasn't successful on that because, I was young and I was my young 20s, I believe.
Do you know how long you were on probation before you went into the prison?
No, sir, I don't remember.
But would it be surprising that it was less than a year, less than 6 months? Would that be surprising to you? Okay.
Oh, no.
And it might help Diana if we can. Okay, and so in 2009, did you go to prison for felon in possession of a firearm?
Oh, I sure did, sir.
And let's see, and that was also for possession of a controlled substance, right? And then you did state jail in 2015 for fraudulent use and possession, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tell the court, why is this time going to be different? You've had this opportunity on probation before, but that didn't work for you. So why do you think this time is going to be different?
Well, this time it will be different because I'm of age now and, I'm not in the streets as like I used to be. That's where I was at, that's where I called home and, my mother didn't raise me in the streets, but I never had that father figure in my life to, I had to figure it out myself. And now that I'm of age, I'm 42, I'm only getting older, and I see a lot of old people just keep coming back and back. And I don't want to be one of those. I have to break this cycle, you know. And so, in order to break this cycle, I have to just do what's right. And then if I do everything right with help, everything will come out right.
So you got arrested for this offense in March of 2023, right?
Yes, sir.
And stole a car, right?
I didn't steal.
Okay, but was it your car that you were driving?
No.
And when the police tried to pull you over, did you pull over right away?
Yes, sir.
And then once you got out of the car, you got out of the car and ran from them, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And how old were you when that happened?
So, it was last year.
Last year. Okay. So did you go over this TAP evaluation with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On page 7 here, this paragraph, I guess to me it sounds like you're not really taking responsibility for your actions. Or you feel like you're taking responsibility for your actions?
I have to take responsibility for my actions.
Okay. No more questions, Your Honor.
All right, any further questions?
No further question.
Any further witnesses?
No further witness. Just talking.
All right. So, Mr. Pruitt,
So,
what I can tell you is I read the PSI report and I understand what you're saying and I've internalized what you're saying. And I know that people get to a point in their life where they're just tired, right? Tired of going to prison, tired of this lifestyle. But the problem is you're habitual. Your criminal history is not good. And, you know, because of that and because of other things that I've heard and that I've looked at in the stipulations in the PSI, I'm not going to grant your application. So I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to ask that you be placed in the therapeutic community, the mental health community at the prison. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I'm going to take in consideration 2023 CR 9387. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, so we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I understand that there are issues in everybody's life. Nobody has a perfect life. Everybody has some trauma in their life. But when you go forth in the world, you got to go forth and try to do the best that you can in life and try not to inflict trauma on other people. And sometimes that trauma is stealing somebody's property, right? When you take somebody's car, that's trauma on them because guess what? They paid for that car. They probably struggled to pay the note, struggled to pay the insurance. And 9 times out of 10, when you finish paying off a vehicle, that's when you start having problems with it. But they work hard for that. That day when you were driving the Eagle helicopters coming out and you're racing, trying to avoid the police, guess what? Everybody that you passed probably had to clutch their heart because, oh my gosh, I almost got hit, right? That's trauma for them. The garbage truck that you ended up parking in between to Brian, the garbage people who were working, they just trying to get their day in, pick up the garbage and go on their day. They probably had trauma from that. And then when you hopped out of the passenger vehicle and took off running, I'm sure there were other people probably with their children just enjoying their day. Oh my gosh, something's going on. So everybody experiences trauma in their life. It's just the way that you handle it. And I know that my sending you to prison, that's trauma for you, right? Because you want to be with your family. But you're going to have to go to prison, continue what you did at the jail. At the prison, you can actually get a college degree. And guess what? It's free. And I will tell you, all the attorneys here, unless they got a full scholarship, their degree was not free. And some of them are still paying on their loans. And guess how much those loans are? The equivalent of a mortgage. So there are good things for you to look forward to. So when you go to the prison and come out, remember this and remember that you are a habitual. So usually, depending on the offense, your minimum is 25 years in prison. All right. Good luck to you, okay?
The judge's closing words land with real weight. Your pain doesn't excuse the pain you cause others. For Gilbert, prison isn't just punishment. It's a reset button he refused to press on his own, and now the system has pressed it for him.